The original plan, I'm going to make a cutter like this. And the whole concept of it is using mild steel, but it's a cut plastic, not that many teeth, maybe not perfectly triangle like this, but hey, it should work. I should have rather used some construction steel, but I have this one that I started some time ago. Lord alone knows what I was trying to make, but boring. On that small lathe gets really boring, so yeah, I've given up on whatever this was many years ago. So I'm going to try cutting this and getting that to come like this, but of course for specifically this size pipe to have an interference fit into this. So it's PVC, it doesn't matter, it's mild steel, it's going to cut PVC, but I need an interference fit. Yes, there are correct size drill bits for this. None that I have, number one. And number two, none that will fit on any of the chucks I have. That normally will be the largest size I have that will fit on a chuck is this internal diameter, which is 1/2 inch, and that's because it's a reduced shank to 3/8. But beyond that, I don't think you get reduced shanks very easily. So you need a larger drill press because it's generally made from metal, and this won't work out very well. So I have to build a new one. At least I'm going to try to build one. Consideration, I've gone to a 3/4 size. That's a lot less material to remove. Granted, this is brand new stock. Well, obviously it's been quite some years since I've used this, but notwithstanding, it's, let's use the virgin stock, but it's a lot easier to bring that from that size to this size out the diameter than 1 inch. And when you have a small lathe, these things matter. That's an extra 20 minutes of just spinning and playing the fool. So yeah, we'll go with this. Try to get that size already. Try to get one of these built in. See if I can find a 3/8 stock, maybe 5/16, something of that nature. But that's about the size that this end shank has to be for it to work. Master plan, we're going to make something that's 18, 15.9, OD, 12.7, which is 1/2 inch, ID 9. That here matches this interference here, which works out to be 15/16. I'll have to drill that, then machine that, so that actually is, no sorry, 5/16. Right, and then this is the overall piece here in the back, which is the shank, that, and that is going to be 57. That's going to be 5/16. Well, it's going to be machined. After I drill this, I'm going to have the machine interference fit. So thereabouts around 5/16. But this is the interference fit into that 1/year precision, and then this is going to be 15/64. This is what happens when you design in metric and you machine in imperial, and all your drills are in imperial because you're close to the US. So yeah, there's a mix of everything. It's one mess, you know. The latest imperial, but I designed in metric. It's a hell of a thing. So piece of a printer shaft that I have already, so yeah, cut that out. That's our piece there. This is the correct size, but it's not big enough. That needs to be 18, so that has to go machine down. And then the next little piece that has to machine is after I make this, so the interference fits. Probably 3 to 4 tau interference. Here the monkeys are making noise again. What can we do? Play the same song over, part of it over and over. You get great intelligence of the freaking people around here. Anyway, this is the slug. That's the, it's about 19 millimeters, not 18. And you know what, I'll just face it, clean it. And if it ends up 18.5, it doesn't matter. Those are arbitrary values. So I'll clean out both sides. I'll put a little emery on it. Yep, this is where we are. So let's start drilling. In, I had to use a 1964 drill bit here instead of the 5/16 because when I worked that all out, it came out to be 2 tau, and there's enough variation and play in the machine that you would end up with about 2 tau oversized hole, in which case you would not get interference with. So I went one size down, 1964, which is about I think 295 tau thereabouts. So I'll have to machine this down, the shank. I still have to machine this anyway, so I'm gonna have to pull back this down and then machine that down so I get the interference for there. So I have the 1/2 inch drill bit to go in yet, the 9 millimeters, maybe up to here. We are in a position where we machined this front piece. That notch was in the original stock and it's not important. Either way, this is just a guide. I'm going to drill that size drill bit and then use this as a guide in the hole saw, I don't really want to put in a drill bit in the hole saw, so I'm going to drill first and then use that. Right, so now this piece here, I have it about a toe below, probably 2 toes below, and then this is an interference fit with about 4 toe. Assuming the drill drilled properly, it drilled to its dimension. Drills can drill 1 or 2 toe above, but I should still have about a 3 toe, 2 or 3 toe. And my method is I just put a step instead of a taper, because that makes it easier and it fits. So if you watch, it's fitting there, but I can't push it in here. I need a vise or the press that I built, so we'll use that in. So the last thing to do now is to cut the teeth here. I've scribed out some parts. It's getting dark. Let me see what I can get done. Without having a proper indexing head, some of these teeth are bigger than others. Not that much. Obviously, tip is not as sharp. If I go keep doing that, I'll probably damage it, but this is how it came out. Not the best in the world, but for manually cutting these without an index head, without taking the effort to properly work out exactly the angles, it was easiest number. Go across, then half and half. So this is what I have. Bigger teeth, as you can see from the top. You see the black, that is where the marker was used. So yes, I still have virgin material all over as far as I can tell, so I haven't undercut any tooth. It does feel a little sharp edge. This is the cutting edge, this is it in action. It's a clockwise, which is extremely similar to this being clockwise. So yeah, all that's left to be done is press this in, and then yeah, put it on a drill and see if it does cut plastic. Of course, I have the press I built a little while ago, so let's put it to use. This is it lined up. This acting actually came in useful. I'm putting it straight on this. Yeah, theoretically that's enough area, so it shouldn't dent these, and it should dent uniform anyway. This has a hole, so this will go through. It's a matter of tightening the bolt on top, and this will all go down and press in. Devices next to each other. It did turn out to be a good interference fit. Pressed in perfectly, fit in there. I can't smell it with hand, so yeah. One thing left to do: drill a pilot this size into that PVC. Try the cutter out. Pilot hole in, drill with the piece. Let's give it a go. Did it work? Yes. Is it fast? Not really. It's a bit slower than an ordinary hole saw. And let me see if it fits. Oh, that fits nice. That's good. That will actually tap right in. That's pretty good. I'll probably end up taking off a little bit more on that, so it's a little bit tighter. But this is a stiff fit, but I would probably want a tad bit more, so I'll probably end up taking a tiny bit more of that cutter. And the other thing that obviously I forgot was I needed the hole to pull out the blank, so that blank is kind of stuck in there. Not too good, but yeah, we'll deal with that. But all in all, I'll deem this as a success. I've gotten a custom built cutter, working perfectly. Of course, I'm having lots of fun trying to get that out of there. This is large, this is small, and we all know how hole saws do, so it grabs the parts, so that's not working. Let me stick this in here. This is my third iteration. This is the third hole I've made, so let me stick it in and see how stiff it goes in. Let's see how stiff it comes out. I can't just do this way. And that is what is involved in getting it out. So yeah, perfect. I'm getting a nice tight fit with some glue. This will hold really well. Custom made, custom size. I'm never going to get that size here, so even with a drill bit I would have had some kind of cleaning up to do. So that works really well for me. I may just take out a toe or two again, but right now the major issue is really just getting those parts out. I have drilled those two holes, one hole there, next on the other side, but it still is, as it always is with a hole saw, a pain in the behind to get the actual blank that you drill out.